titillate the juices.
You know what? Woo! Right now. Woo! Woo!
Dr. Hughes invites followers. Oh, let's see if they increase now. Me too. Yeah, wow. Dr. Hughes.
Mock-ass mock.
He's a great podcaster.
Trick-ass mock.
Acknowledge me.
We coming for you, nigga. Fat!
Yeah, Dr. Hughes, here we go. Keep plugging yourself, that's cool.
First up, a man whose looks will serve your inner needs and desires.
Dr. Hughes.
Dr. Huge, Saturday, 3 p.m. kinda, we're becoming more Dabbleverse-like, I guess, as far as showing up whenever we want. That's how we do it over here now. Get liking and subscribing. No sleaze today. I'm assuming no Jess today. Valentine's Day and all. And no Danny today. Just confirmed as going live. So you're stuck with me. You're stuck with all my crazy thoughts. And nobody here to, put an end to it. We're doing it today. We're hitting all the buttons. I got Alex Jones back with me. I got a messed up voice.
No offense, but it sounds like some fucking commie gobbledygook.
We got Norm MacDonald with us.
Donald Trump shit his fucking pants at the fucking moment of truth and shit all over everybody.
Oh my God. Remember that day? Alex Jones was so upset with Donald Trump. Now he loves him. Can't do any wrong. We talk about whatever you want to talk about. I do have all the notes. I got all the files on all the pro wrestling and entertaining news in the past week. We could do some dabbling as we usually do, watch some videos and things. But, first to start this thing off, where should we go with this? Should we talk about the injuries? Like Braun Breaker here and his hernia? Should we talk about the abolishing of the ice that's going on in AEW and many places in the country right now? And what else we got here? Oh, that's right. Don't forget. Follow, like, share, subscribe, all that business to the Dr. Huge Show. One of the GOAT shows. One of the OGs when it comes to talking this pro wrestling talk. Way back in the day. We're on YouTube. We're back again. It's been a full year of grinding, and now people are starting to notice, right? The haters are coming around some more. Well, I love that when the haters come around, that means you're doing something right. That means you're in an upward trajectory, and people are hating it. So good. Let's continue with that. Thank you, Tiffany Stratton, one of the hottest in all the business. I know many of you love Rio. You love Rhea Ripley in particular, in her booty cheeks. Very strange how she morphed her body like so quickly. Just in my personal expert opinion, it was awfully fast because she was nice. She was thick. She had huge arms, huge shoulders. She was starting to look like China. And I don't know whose call it was, but they said, no. You're going to look like the Slender Man now. And look at that ear. The fucking gauges, right? And then you want to wear like regular earrings, and you got the big gaping hole. Yuck. Not Dr. Huge's style. Or talk about the 3 girls on your start screen. I know that's what all you guys want. All you horny Valentines guys. All right. So I had a top 5 list. I cut it down to top 3 because it really isn't all that important. But let's give you some top 3s in the WWE. I'm not going to factor in all these other promotions and stuff. We know WWE's the biggest. They got the most eyes. The casuals know all about them and things like that. But going back, number 3, number 2, number 1, the hottest in all of WWE. Number 3, shout out to you. You've been amazing the past year. Hold on, let me get my samples going.
And I'm starting to think about having to eat my neighbors.
Thank you, Alex. Yes, Alex is here. And once again, but number 3, hottest in the entire world, in all of pro wrestling, in WWE in particular, Kendall Gray. Bring her up. Kendall Gray, come to the stage, please. Thank you. Wow. Do I have my applause still? Come on. Congratulations. Congrats to you, Kendall. I mean, you look friggin' amazing. And I noticed immediately watching the NXTs and all this business. And man, NXT, whoever's drafting and hiring all these chicks to get into wrestling, and she's actually a wrestler, like a real life wrestler. And so they work that into the gimmick. It all makes sense to Dr. Huge. I love this. I know you guys, real men, love this, right? The realest of men, the super masculine men. We love this. Love, love, love. I'm going to say that word a lot today because you know why, right? I wish I was monetized so I could do the whole Valentine's grift, bring on all the hot chicks I know, which I do, and I could get them on, and then we could all make so much money off the simps. I wish. But, I mean, come on. Number 3. Number 2 now. Hottest. This is my opinion. Your opinion doesn't matter because this is the Dr. Huge show. You understand? So, I supersede you over here. I'm God over here. Number 2. Hottest in all of the dub business. Kiana James, come to the stage. My goodness. Does she need the applause? You know what? They all deserve some applause. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yep. So, I mean, need I say more? I just show the picture, right? I think that's all I really need to do. Sit here, mumble a little bit, and you guys get to feast your eyes, gaze and gawk upon. So, yep, she's the manager for Julia at the moment. Julia, a great wrestler. Kiana James, a great wrestler. She was picking up. Who'd she pick up over in Saudi Arabia? Nia Jax or something? She's tossing all the big bitches around and everything. And looking like this. So that's, I mean, all-timer, right? And then number 1, of course. Can't beat number 1. Nobody's ever, I don't think, it's literally comparable to Stacy Keibler, this number 1. Again, in my expert opinion, Sol Ruca. I mean, come on. That's insane. All right. And I don't know, how did this happen? Am I racist? Am I only picking the mixed girls? Well, Kendall Gray, I don't know. I'm guessing she's Italian. She looks Italian to me. She got the funny nose, but I think it's better than a perfect nose. I don't like perfect faces. You know, I like faces with character. You understand? But I mean, this, holy mackerel. Sol Ruca is the greatest, I think, of all time. Again, up to Stacy Keibler. I think Stacy Keibler used to be the greatest of all time, but now you have some competition here, Stacy, who I may bring up later in the news. I try to steer away from all this heinous, unfunny, depressing news, and I stick to things like this. You see, so. There you go. Let's clap it up for him, everybody, again. I tried to look for the best pictures. I did my due diligence. I did my research on this. Extensive research. It took it cost me several rolls of paper towels. This research. Right, Mac Diesel? These chicks are cool and all, but remember when them Hogan dolls humped? When the Hogan, oh yes, look at this. And I found one of my He-Men. It's a black He-Man figure. They don't hump, they fight. Would you call me brother? So we got them today. We're going to talk a little bit about Masters of the Universe, of course. Check out my X feed. Go up and down this. Don't forget, hit that like button while you're here. Hit the shares and hit all the good buttons. Thank you. I hope everybody went back and watched the Dirty Jersey Part 2 video. It really wasn't an interview. He's a clipper in the Dabbleverse, but he's an interesting fella. He's from the Austin area. And in the comedy scene, the music scene, rock scene specifically, I'm guessing. And yeah, it was an interesting talk I think we had, especially towards the end when we talked social issues. That's right. Talking social issues with paintings of The Rock, shirtless men all over the place. Alexa Bliss over here. But I promise, not gay no more. I don't have the no more buttons today. I got Alex Jones.
I will eat your ass first.
What? Alex Jones? Who are you talking to?
I will eat your ass first.
Okay. Can't blame you. I mean, you know, I think Alex knows about hot chicks, or does he? What do you know about Alex? I think I got some samples here. Hopefully you can speak back. That's Batista.
Not cool.
That's Negan. No, that's not the page. Let's see if you're down here. No. No.
Concern yourself.
Oh, it's The Undertaker messing up. We got some cool clips here. I have so many different drops and samples, and I haven't been using them this much compared to when I was doing the show first time around, but I would like to get back to it. It's Nia Jax vomiting live on Raw years back.
Hey, man, I'm begging you, man. I'm begging you.
That was AJ Styles begging for his life, and this is one of the greatest. I think I'll get rid of all the AJ Styles get out of my house type gimmicks, but I'm going to keep this one.
What are you doing at my house?
Just the way he says it. Terrible acting, but, I'll accept it. AJ Styles, from you, since you're one of the GOATs as well.
I'll eat your ass.
Mm-hmm.
I will. I will eat your ass.
Ash. Do we have the O's? We got some O's today. Nope. Wrong page. Let's try this. I'm getting closer.
I got my tongue up this chick's ass.
Right? Warmer.
Yeah, go take another hairbrush in your ass.
Oh!
There it is. There it is. We did it.
Oh!
That's actually this is my front page. This is the page I've always used the most. I've kept a lot of samples on here. I've added a few, this past year or so coming back. But this is my primaries. And I think I should probably switch it up a little bit, but then it will confuse me. You understand? So we'll start with this.
Oh!
Then we got...
Because you like hoes. And I know that you like hoes.
That's right.
No offense, but it sounds like some fucking commie gobbledygook.
I got to remember that's there, for when, people come on the show and they start talking all that commie gobbly.
What?
Whoa, it's super loud today. Quiet down, Stone Cold. I mean, that's like the original. That and the Seth Rollins laughs, and It's the Shits, which is right here.
It's the shits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeet.
Oh, do we have to do a yeet session? Not yet. Not yet. Let's get warmed up first, and then we'll start yeeting. I got some Jey Uso business in here, I believe.
No yeet.
No yeet.
What do we want to talk about?
Can talk about this as well. Cody Rhodes winning last night. I picked every match perfectly. I saw the card and I'm like, oh, this is, I don't really need to watch. I watched like half the show in passing, really, doing other things. But I started to recognize, oh man, I've been right about everything, except the last match. Again, we'll get into that in a moment. Let's finish the first drops out and all the Alex Jones drops. I got to figure out where they are.
Go fuck yourself!
No, you! Stranger Things. Yep. Conspiracies.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. No breaking news right now. We're just listening. All right, yeah. So that's the OG page. We know all about that. But this is the page we're trying to relearn here. Alex.
Okay, I got trained. And what? And what? And what?
I don't even remember that one. Yeah, I'm sure it had to do with a story long, long ago.
Just like Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, we got some files business.
And I'm starting to think about having to eat my neighbors.
All right, this whole page has to be turned up.
When the fuck are we going live? I can't do this shit anymore.
Ready to go live?
Fuck Trump and fuck these fucking people.
So see how everybody flip-flops? They flip-flop all around with everything. Can't take any of this stuff seriously. I mean, we're in the Guthrieverse right now. We're stuck in the Guthrieverse forever. Anyway, so SmackDown happened last night, right? I'm a professional. I'm watching this stuff, and I'm like, okay. You know, we had Jade Cargill, Jordan Grace. They're not putting a title on Jordan Grace. Everybody knows it. Not on a SmackDown. Not in the middle of the show. So they have their match. The one thing I didn't see coming was the whole Liv Morgan and the Judgment Day coming down. And this also brings me to why is like everybody so interested with Dominic Mysterio still? I mean, that time is come and gone. It really doesn't. I get how it's built into the gimmick that people boo him while he's talking, and that's why they do it like the what chance a million years later, because it's just something that's gonna stick around until he goes full babyface. But it's boring to me, you know, him being like the whole young tough kid act is very old. So Dominic Mysterio, get it together. He's holding 2 belts, and they just keep pairing him up with super over ladies. I guess it must help both of them, obviously. It did wonders for Rhea Ripley, who was already over, but it also did wonders for Dominic, now with Liv. And rumor has it, the next one is going to be Stephanie Vacker. That's just a rumor. It's a storyline they could go with. Maybe he turns face and then goes with her, leaves Liv in the Judgment Day. That would be interesting, but it's just Dom doesn't. Again, he's one of these guys. He doesn't really look like a wrestler. You know, he's a big kid, I guess, but he's much bigger than his father, right? Which is just outrageous to me. In a lot of ways, I'm kind of thinking, is that really Eddie Guerrero's son? Is that what's going on? Mustache and mullet and all this? In the same shape and size? A little bit? Uh-oh, I can't hear anything now, so you have to tell me if I... Look at me still wired in. I'm not using Wi-Fi shit. If you noticed, a lot of the pro athletes don't do that anymore. You're messing with your brain signals. I need this brain so I can talk about wrestling and stuff. Mm-hmm. Stephanie. Because she's stiff in the ring, you mean, right, Mac Diesel? I bet you that's what you're talking about. Stephanie. I mean, she's great. She does support the show. She shows you all the places where you should go watch, because I'm sure she's watching. She's subscribing. She's sharing. And she's liking all my stuff. Thank you, Stephanie. I think you will always be known as Stephanie Tratton from now on. At HUGE Studios, at least. We got to get it over. We'll get it trending on X, Mac Diesel. We'll try our best. But if you missed it, you might have missed it. But my top 3 hottest chicks, I'm trying to keep you guys engaged, right? Kendall Gray. Don't forget, I don't want anybody forgetting who the top 3 hottest chicks are on Valentine's Day in the WWE. It's Kendall Gray. I mean, this is fact. It ain't even an opinion. You can't say no because it's the truth. Kiana James. And Saul Ruka. And if you think I'm wrong, you're wrong. Stephanie, she was close. She might be like 5. You understand? She could even be between the 6s and in 10 area. I mean, we're dealing with the WWE now. TKO, they're global. They're taking all the hot chicks from all over the world. Mm-hmm. Again, expert in hot chicks. All right. Xia Li. All right. And this isn't you have to be blonde or mixed or a white girl to be in this category. Xia Li is one of the greatest. She's one of the goats of China. You see? So every continent around the world is going to have these people. But are they wrestling? Are they in front of Dr. Huge every single night now? All right. So what else happened? Let's just get to the Cody thing, because Cody Rhodes, man, is this not Super Cena? This is Super Cena. He was just a week ago going, oh man, I was screwed out of Royal Rumble. Now he's going to get his shot in Elimination Chamber because he got over on Sami Zayn and who else did he say? Oh, Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf. So that was a triple threat to see who goes to the Elimination Chamber. I picked Sami Zayn, the only wrong thing I've ever picked in my life. And even leading into the match, I'm kind of laughing to myself because Drew McIntyre meets him at the ramp before he goes out. And he's like, you know, I believe in you. You're a good guy and blah, blah, blah. Well, turns out he only did that because he wants to face Sami Zayn. He doesn't want to face Jacob Fatu. He doesn't want to face Cody Rhodes. Cody's beating him all the time, right? For no reason. Everybody beats Drew McIntyre, even though he's bigger and stronger than everybody else. Got it. First of all, I get that, right? That makes sense to me. But now he goes in to save Sami Zayn last night, literally drags his body onto Cody Rhodes' corpse, and then Cody kicks out. Then he ends up winning. Does absolutely nothing the whole match. Just gets beat up a bunch, right? So this Cody Rhodes, bro, you are so boring.
What do we want to talk about?
All you do for me is you give me, you know, ammo to make my clips. He's pretty much my number one clip guy for promo edits. Go check those out on the Dr. Huge Show channel. The promo edits are banging. Got the shorts up. Put another one up today. We're doing things over here in the channel. But Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Becky Lynch. How cringe was Becky Lynch, AJ Lee this past week?
It's the shits.
It was fucking terrible. It was beyond cringe. The whole deal with Becky Lynch over the top, like she's so out of her mind, right? She can't even speak. She's screaming, she's yelling, I'm gonna put you in a pile of blood into this and that, blah, 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 blah. And she's really obnoxious. I get it. Giving us the same line. This one knows it, that one knows it, blah, blah, blah. And then you got AJ Lee on the other side, being just as cringe on the flip side, making all the faces. That, I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing here? And
it's the shits.
You guys stunk. That's what wrestling is now. That's a promo battle. These two girls, like little girls, going like acting like goofs. It was over the top goofy. It's some shit that should have been like with the Alpha Babes, and like it's in that realm. It's in the Doink the Clown realm. You know, Bastion Booger. It's Adam Bomb even a little bit. Adam Bomb comes off more realistic and cooler than that promo between those two. And I get it. Everybody's going to go, oh, they're the best. And, AJ Lee is like, I haven't wrestled in 10 years. And then mentions later on in the promo, oh, I guess that makes me number one contender because you want me to wrestle you. It's just like, I don't like either one of them. And only Mac Diesel says Becky sucks. She shucked when she was a babyface, man, or whatever. This is just as dumb. And even when that man shit was happening, when they first rolled the man gimmick out, she came out to tell the crowd off, tell them how stupid they were and blah, blah, blah. The crowd was still cheering her. So she went, oh, guess I'm a tweener. So she kind of didn't really go with the crowd anymore after that. But I remember, because that's what you're supposed to do in wrestling, right? She became started acting very douchey. And then she did her, it's your fault gimmick to the fans. And the fans are so dumb that they were like, "Ooh, yeah, we're stupid. You're the best." And then she went around dope slapping John Cena and fucking, slapping Hulk Hogan's handkerchief off his head and all this. And ever since that's around the first era of me doing the show. And I'd bring this up all the time then. But it's like it wasn't sinking in with anybody. Nobody was like, oh, yeah, I've noticed that or anything. Unbelievable. I swear, people just shut their brains off and they just become entertained. And then all of this information goes in. And that's why the Goldusts and the Triple H's and all these people are like, just like it. Shut your fucking brain off and like it. She got over because Nia Snax potatoed her. That's it. Yep. That was my hot take many years ago. She would never be the man. She would never be super over without getting her face broken by Nia Jax. It's a fact. Again, this whole show is just full of facts for everybody. Fact Jack. You get it? Oh, yeah, AJ Lee skipping to the ring is annoying. Yeah, coming out like, tee-hee-hee, and then she skips around the ring like she's doing a Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar goes around the ring to intimidate, show himself off to the crowd and all this. She does it the same way, but she's like this big. They're little girls. It's silly. And you know what? Over the past few years, and I've brought it up on the show, definitely this past year, showing up, I'm like, it's a different audience now. And not completely different, but there's just so many more, let's call it, it's like teenage girls. This is more for teenage girls. They sell more stuff. They buy more things. Right? Because they'll buy all the male merch and then they'll buy the female merch too. And they're very, very invested in things like Becky Lynch and AJ Lee. Like, that means any kind of fuck in pro wrestling, right? Like, when you really think about it. And I know that Becky keeps putting herself over and I'm the best and I'm the greatest and writes books and does all this stuff, gets all these opportunities now because she was the man, right? One of the cringiest gimmicks ever. And on the flip side, we got a chick that's married to CM Punk and hasn't wrestled in 10 years and is more over than ever. What? Because she was in the WWE for like 6 years when she was around. I didn't even watch during that time period. The PG era, really? That, if you want to call it that. If you want to even act like it ended, which it hasn't. But let's say, 2007 to 2013, that's 6 years. I didn't see any of it. And when I go back and look, sure, she had some good promos back then. I haven't seen a good promo since she's shown up. And I to me, it's kind of like goofy. Again, it's like we're going back to Duke the Dumpster and, this type of shit. They may have their real names and everything or something or a realer name, but trust me, it's Duke the Dumpster. You understand? It's Repo Man. So that's my hot take when it comes to that. And a lot of this just ladies wrestling in general. The whole tag division, which I've been liking and they've been making it more prominent. It's good for the business. It's good for all that stuff. But that's almost where I think women's wrestling should be. Maybe at this moment. Because, You got Vacker, you got Jade Cargill. They're your champions right now. Vacker super over, can work in the ring and all this. Jade Cargill, not so much. I think she might be getting there, but she's more of the look, right? But again, they did the match in the middle of the SmackDown. That's on a Friday night on TV. That's when you get your ladies championship matches generally, or on Raw or whatever, because they probably started off the show. I didn't see the beginning of the show, the first like 2 hours of it, but I'm sure they started off with the tag team stuff, right? And if I'm wrong, let me know, but because they can fit more women onto the screen. Lash, Nia's over. I think pairing them up makes them stronger too. Charlotte and Alexa, the Kabuki Warriors, the this and the that. We even got the Bella Twins back, so they're really going for it, and I think making that the focal point for the women's thing, which is totally right. That's something that WWE is knocking out of the park. But as far as the fan base in the ladies wrestling, the creepy, let's just say that they're husky. Let's just say that they might not wear deodorant and things like this. Okay. So you got that part of it. And then you got the young girls that are just like starting to become real weird about it. If you've noticed, I got to speak with Jess about this too, because she's being attacked, harassed, whatever you want to call it, online by some of these creepy young wrestling fans who happen to be female for some of them. It's, you wouldn't think that, right? You think it's mostly the dudes. Well, there's some creeper little girls too. So beware, everybody. Mac Diesel, forgive me if you covered this recently. What do you think about Javon Evans? I think Javon Evans was going to be the next big thing as soon as I seen him. I'm good with these things. I knew recently, the ones I hit on, LA Knight, I don't know why it took him so long, but when I saw him, these Eli Drake in TNA many years ago with the dummy button and all this, I'm like, what is the WWE doing? They're just not going to sign this guy? He's a WWE wrestler. He looks like it, sounds like it, and he can wrestle. What's the problem, right? Then we had Tiffany Stratton. As soon as I seen her come out with the daddy gimmicks and all this stuff and whatever, it kind of morphed into what it is now. I knew she was like, even when she was green, I'm like, she is, as long as she learns how to wrestle, and she will, because gymnasts are athletic, and that's all you're really doing is athletic things. So Sol Ruca, another one, shout out to Sol Ruca again, could go down as the greatest women's wrestler of all time. Right, Alex? Where are you, Alex?
I will eat your ass first.
Mm-hmm. So that brings me to Javon Evans. I was like, he's speaking the children's language. No cap. Crashing out on everybody. And, he knows the lingo. He looks like them. He's got the hairdo for the time. And he jumps really high. So I think he's basically Montez Ford, a younger version, more ghetto version, right? You got to ghetto it up to get them likes up and things. And he's killing it. He even said a few months back, he's like, they're pushing me so fast and want me to do more and more stuff on the big time shows that I don't even know if I can do this. And they're like, bro, you can do it. Like, this is nothing for you, like athletically. And it's just, as long as you can keep the anxieties and stuff under control, then you're fine. So, yep. Future champion. Unless he gets injured, because, he should put some more weight on. That's what I would do. But he's the young OG. He eventually will. So when that happens, then he's going to start looking more like Montez. And I'm telling you, a Montez Javon Evans match, say in a couple years or whatever, could be one of the greatest wrestling matches ever if they put it together properly. So that's how highly I think of him. And again, I've never been wrong when I'm like, this is 100% a home run. LA Knight, Saul Ruka, Tiffany Stratton, and Javon Evans. Even Obafemi, I didn't feel like that. Like, it's automatic because I know the WWE, right? But this is a modern WWE, so they might push a real black man to the top. Like, all these people go, well, The Rock was the first black champ. Oh, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Or they'd be like Ron Simmons. I'm like, that's a whole different company, dude. What are you talking about? So, I know what's going on, all right? I see what they're up to. Kofi Kingston was the first, which is crazy to think about, right? That's the first black champion you've had in your company all that time. Whew. Not a great look, but at least they got it out of the way. And Max says, I don't like women wrestling or fighting unless they are attractive. People can pretend. Well, there you go. I mean, 99% of the WWE, 100% of the WWE ladies are attractive. And they're smart. Again, it's marketing. They're like, what do you like, tall blondes? What do you like, short brunettes? What do you like, Asian chicks? What do you like, specifically Japanese chicks? Oh, what do you like? They're all over the place. You like them chubby? You like them skinny? You like short, tall? You like them with paint all over themselves? You know what it is? They're hitting every category. So shout out to that's totally what they do with the women. I know they do that with the men to a certain extent, but not that much. Like they seem to really go out of their way for the women. And then, of course, the BFTs got to have the big fake titties.
Oh!
Mm-hmm. You gotta. Even Vince McMahon's gone, they're still putting big fake tits on these girls.
Oh!
This is the worst one, in my opinion. They shouldn't have messed with this girl. So she got him now too, which doesn't really detract, in my expert analyst opinion. But come on, she looked fine before. All right, she looked more athletic now, but now it's like, can you really do more with all that in the ring than BFTs bouncing around? Come on. Yep. Your girl is bouncy too, Paladin. You understand. See what I did there? Mm-hmm. Yep, now. Not before. And I'm not going to get into it. It's just going into surgery when you don't have to. It's just mind-boggling to me. So, yep, ladies wrestling, some of the best going. But boy, these fans acting very, very creepy online, showing up at people's houses, acting out of line when they see them in person. Leave people alone. It's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. They're just people too. They're doing the job. Leave them alone. Maybe they won't make everybody pay so much money at cons and things to interact with them if they were just left alone. Mm-hmm. Hey, honey, you got nipples on those? Oh, oh, where's my O's? Come on.
Oh!
There we go. Yeah, they're looking all cross-eyed and stuff, right?
Oh!
One's looking up, the other one's looking down.
Oh!
Listen, if you like them, that's cool for you. It's cool for everybody, right? I'm just saying in something where you're actually grappling and wrestling and it's supposed to be, I get it, everybody knows, kayfabe and stuff like that, but that's a part of all of this that makes wrestling suck now. They're not even trying to hide anything. I'm going to give myself humongous boobs, 12-inch eyelashes, going to be made up and put, beads on my face and shit and all this. Wear all this loose, weird things falling off my gear and not even being the ultimate warrior. And then you're going to go in a wrestling match, right? What?
Oh!
So stupid. They go in there with big nails. You're going to wrestle with nails. Like, let's really think about this, folks. Not in my pro wrestling. If I was Triple H, I'm running WWE. You can paint your nails, sure. You can bedazzle your nails, all this stuff. But you're not going to have long nails. You're going to make them short. You're going to act like wrestler. You're going to be wrestler, not sports entertainer. And then they get these gruesome injuries, probably because sometimes the gear and things, it's falling off of Stephanie. She almost stiffified the whole arena when she took on somebody last week. I don't know. There's too many matches. There's too many promotions. There's too many shows. But her top fell off. And I remember that. She tried to keep it on. It's happening all the time. They gotta, first of all, not have big fake tits. Second of all, they need to strap them suckers in. You're moving around out there. Okay? Again, you're going into even if it's fake and phony, you're going into a sporting contest. You're going to be doing athletic moves and stuff. So pack those titties away, especially, and then you tell me it's a PG product, right? Max says, fake boobs? I'm going to get one fake nuts, and it'll be slightly bigger than the other one. Oh my God, don't do that.
Oh!
Don't do it. I heard those procedures don't go well. Yep. Imagine that. Imagine getting two big fake ones, like big. So like you could see the bulge of the nutsack through your jeans. Everybody would love it. Mm-hmm. Just one of them. Just make one big one. They'll be like, why is this guy hiding grapefruits in his pants? One grapefruit? When you want to put like a cucumber down there, not... Long nails equals claws. Yeah, and then they have these long nails, and then they don't even do the raking the back gimmick, which kind of stinks. It was better back in the day, of course, like everything else was. But anyway, I digress from all that. So Jade's still your champion, and Rio's still your champion because, of course, why would they switch any of this anytime soon? Alexa wins her match. Very obvious. She was going up against Julia and somebody else that lost. And then Trick Williams took on Ray Phoenix, who, luchadors are boring.
Oh!
They stink.
Oh!
How about that? That's what I've always thought. Even when I was a young kid, Rey Mysterio coming around, I remember my buddy, we would always talk about wrestling and whatever, and be like, Rey Mysterio's amazing and blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, it's cool. I think it's cool. But my wrestlers, they need to have that charisma. Rey Mysterio, in my opinion again, expert analyst opinion, journalist opinion, he wasn't very charismatic. He kind of came off cringe. I saw a little old commercial from WCW where he was selling the baseball jersey, being all gangster with Conan and things. And I'm like, this shit is cringe. And it was back then too. Like, I remember thinking like, yeah, this stuff he's great. He wrestles really well. I'll watch the matches and all this. I'm just like, is he super over with me like everybody else? Nah. I mean, they made a whole 2K basically about Mysterio. Remember that year? And they have everybody wearing the masks. I get how he's one of the biggest things. And he's like, you could say American-wise, probably the biggest luchador wrestler ever. And to me, that's what makes me go like with luchadors like, man, they all have their little set moves because it's really about their move set and what they're doing in the ring more than it is their character, because they're just a guy wearing a mask, and I don't really get the characters or storylines that go into that because there's not much there. That, again, it's the charisma. Penta and Ray Phoenix aren't super charismatic. They have the gimmicks here and there, especially Penta with the zero medios and things. So I'm not hating. I'm just saying it's a different version of pro wrestling that is cool. I'm not against it, but I'm not going to go out of my way to watch it. You see. So we got Ray Phoenix, Trick Williams. To me, I'm like, boom, Trick Williams. And I knew he took him on the first time he came around, but they're just going to keep feeding him to him, probably because they know, each other generally, how they're going to wrestle and things. They work out together or whatever. And now they're going to run it back a few times because, again, it's just a SmackDown on a Friday. So this stuff is very predictable to Dr. Huge. They fooled me with the main event. They turned it into a storyline of sorts for everybody. And I picked wrong. I thought there was no way Cody Rhodes could be Super Cena, right? That this is Sami Zayn's time to go into the Elimination Chamber, and that, Cody can now go into trying to take the title before Mania from Drew, or being involved with Jacob Fatu and that whole thing they got going on. But nope, he's just Super Cena. Got it.
Go fuck yourself.
Pretty much what they told me last night when I was watching on TV. Shout out to HVAC North. I see you in the building, face blue smiling. Always around here, face blue smiling. Mac Diesel says she thinks it's a grapefruit, and thankfully she has scurvy and wants it. Sorry, I'll see myself out. Get out of here. You're blocked. Yep, I'm blocking everybody these days. Yep, we don't want no corny jokes, and we don't want anybody saying my expert list of the hottest chicks ever. Let's go through it again, shall we? I think we should. Number 3, Kendall Gray, right? I'm doing this for science and for all the pro wrestling fans, so they know who the hottest is. They know who to goon to the most, you see? So if you're going to be, this is a very big gooning holiday. So here we go. Great wrestler as well. Again, this is what makes it hotter, right? They're great wrestlers. Kendall Gray, number 3. Kiana James, numero dos. And then the greatest of all time, possibly the greatest of all time, Miss Saul Ruka. Psh. Come on down, all the ladies now. Let's do it properly, how we do it for all the awards shows. There you go, folks. You're welcome. Dr. Huge does it again. Another quality, not hack bit at all. Really good bit. Okay.
I'll eat my neighbors.
You will?
I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass first.
Thank you, Alex. Yep. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, everybody. Hit the like button at least. Can we get over 10 likes today? I mean, my God. So hard, so rough on these YouTube streets. So many haters, so many people that if they see like a low number, they don't want to add to it. They only want to add to the number if it says millions, right? Because that's good. That's not bot farmed at all, right? I need a bot farm. Fuck. I need to be a views payer or something. Yep. You're offended by this? Is this offensive?
I will eat your ass.
Thank you, Alex. Anyway. And my sample's not working again. I was having some technical difficulties again before I started this. And
I don't care nothing about these hillbillies.
see? It's only coming in one channel for me. How's it working for you guys out there? If it sucks, let me know. If it's only coming in one side.
And I'm starting to think about having to eat my neighbors.
Because if that's the case, I'm not going to do anything about it. But And if it is the case, I probably won't do anything about it. How about that? It's my show. I'll do whatever I want. This is my face anytime Miss Ruka is on the screen. You understand? And no, I was talking about what you said. Oh, okay. Yeah, because if you were offended by that, you were going to get blocked. And here's some news for you. Braun Breaker, our friend of the show, kind of, right? Because I have his t-shirt. He has hernia, a hernia. And they said it could have been from flipping the table over. That's like the last time we saw him when he went out there and ruined the set on Monday Night Raw, flipped the desk and everything. And that's probably the straw that broke the camel's back, broke the Braun Breaker's, puffed up intestine. So get well, Braun Breaker. They're saying he's going to be out possibly like several months, so well past Mania. Damn, bro. He's one of my faves. I got the t-shirt. I'm in the Braun Breaker fan club. And now we don't have him for Mania. We don't have Rollins around. I think he should be back before then. They're going to load him up with like steroid-like things, picograms or something, I'm sure. And, he'll be back. But then there's many other people injured. There's no timetable on Bianca Belair, I read. So she's got a finger that almost like came off, I guess. That's how bad her finger was. That's why we haven't seen her in damn near a year. She kept almost getting better, but then the finger would get bad again. And if she comes back too soon and hurts it again, the doctor said that she could lose a finger. So you got to be real careful with this. And, Mania is right around the corner, so she might be missing that. And who else? We got Chelsea Green. She hurt herself as well. She got the bad ankle, really messed up. It is confirmed from my fellow doctors out here that it is broken. She broke her ankle. So she's worked it into a gimmick. She's running around backstage with her leg up in the air, being pushed around by her Secret Hervis. The Secret Hervis is falling apart. Chelsea out. Piper Niven's been out. She may never wrestle again. They're saying her neck is so bad. And then you got Alba Fire. Look at me. I remember things. And Philly Sports Pride says, I had the same surgery. Granted, I'm not an athlete like him, but I was out playing soccer overseas for 2 months. See? Is that a humble brag? He's humble bragging, folks. No, yeah, hernias stink. And where's your 3 base? Oh, you want to see him again, Coach? Oh, my goodness. Well, you better share this and like this. Do I just need to keep it up here? But then they'll kick me offline, I think, if I do it too much. I'll lose my channel, folks. I can't lose my channel. Just like Tony Khan. He was going, listen, I'm going to lose my channel, Brody King. If you keep this up, I'm going to lose my fucking channel. And that's what I'm thinking's going on with this story over here. So, as we all know, Brody King on AEW comes out in the Abolish ICE shirts, all this stuff. I think he's made a few of them at this point, or somebody has. The crowd has the fuck ICE chants. They're going crazy. And it could have been worked into something with MJF because they got something going on. So he was left off TV, I guess, this past week. People are like, "Whoa, what? How could you not do the MJF stuff and all this?" And it's like, ding dong, right? You don't know why? Because you can't be this hot on something that is this political in this day and age. Doesn't work like that. Remember the ICE agent story I had where it was worked into a gimmick of a Canadian wrestler? Then they came out after the fact, the promotion, and said, we didn't know, and we fired him, and he's done, and blah, blah, blah. That's a teeny tiny promotion. This is one that's on Warner Brothers. Like Warner Brothers owns these things, and TBS and Turner Broadcasting and all this stuff. You may get away with it once or twice, right? But Warner Brothers says it wasn't them. They didn't make them stop or doing anything, but it would probably be in your best interest if you're Tony Khan to go, you know what? Maybe we should cool our jets with the ice talk in business, right? So that's why, folks. And then the story of the AEW fan that wasn't let into the arena by security because they don't want anybody wearing politically inflamed, shirts and things, which to me, everybody has to be able to do whatever they want. You know how many Comic-Cons in my area I've been to, highly liberal, and they wear all kinds of shit that say things, right? You can't do it at a wrestling show where they're literally chanting about this? Huh? So, I don't know. I wish everybody would just make more sense. You're not going to be able to control the world. I'm talking to everybody. You can't control everything. So let everybody be and let them think whatever they want to think, even if they're wrong. If you even feel they're wrong, right? Because that's technically what America's about or used to be about, right? But I think everybody's starting to figure out pretty quickly how this whole thing operates, and it works from the top up, down, and it tries to split everybody and put everybody in little boxes. I'm going into my conspiracy show with no name. The whole moral of the story for every episode is I'm going after cults. When I was going after cults, I'm going at whatever you think a cult is, religiously, secular wise, people that come together, they form these groups where you can't disagree with the group. You're all supposed to go and do one thing all together, and it never works out well. And the whole point of this happening is the system loves when this stuff happens, because then they get to separate everybody more and more and more and put them into little boxes and categories, and then they all can be more easily controlled. Got it? Thank you. Anyway. Right?
I'll eat my neighbors. I will eat your ass.
Alex going crazy for this. He loves this. Yep. Again, you're welcome, everybody. All you lonely fellas, right? Watching AEW and their PLE tonight. Don't they have a PLE tonight? I think they do. And see, John Moxley should form the ice like WWE did the Shield. Whoa. No, they would have to apologize and fire John Moxley. And then what are they going to do? Wait until next month where we got another Moxley the 13th coming up? Where's Moxley the 13th? Are you still around here? There he is. This was yesterday. Wow. I think they got him that time. Well, he's back. He's a good guy. After they pulled him out of the lake again. And, yeah. He's a good guy. I'm good again, guys. After trying to drown people and stab them with spike bats and all the rest. He was in the exploding ring match, right? Come on. So, I think we just covered all of SmackDown in the most expert fashion. It is Valentine's Day. It was Moxley the 13th. Man, there's so much stuff. I'm going to wait for possibly Danny or maybe even the Sleaze Monday night. I think we're going to do a pre-show for Raw. Talk a little wrestling, talk a little bit about things. But, me and the Sleaze, we've been known about all this eating of babies and things and whatever is going on out here. But it's like we're getting Satanic Panic Part 2, it seems like. And I wouldn't be surprised in a year or two or three where people were, oh, that's fake again, right? It's like, well, I don't know. I don't think so. And the people want to know, you want to know where Royce Keys is at? Nobody knows. Supposedly he signed the SmackDown, right? I thought he was going to take on Priest this past week. But I guess not. I think they're waiting for the right moment. But also it is WrestleMania season. So if you're not putting them out there by now, you might as well wait for the fallout. Again, time is flying. The year just started and we're like halfway through February. We're going to be March, right? That's the next month, right? And then April 1st, which I always, April Fool's Day is usually WrestleMania time. It's the occult high season or something. It's the time where blood sacrifices start being made and reptilians come out and they start doing things with the world's frequencies. So maybe he'll show up then. Maybe. But yeah, wrestling is just not that good right now. I heard that WWE was voted the worst promotion of 2025. And I can't say they're not. It's pretty much the only promotion I'm watching. I check out TNA sometimes, AEW sometimes. They don't really hold on to me, but neither does WWE anymore. Dr. Huge just got rid of Netflix the other day. There's no other shows or movies or anything I want to see on there. I haven't been really watching Raw lately. And anytime I go to watch the repeat, there's still commercials. So, but a few weeks ago, when I would go back and watch Raw, I could fast forward through the commercials, right? So I could just skip it altogether. Now, they've baked it into it. Now you have to. And I'm not doing it. So if I want to watch a repeat, I still have to sit through like 3 minutes every 5 minutes. No, thank you. And AEW is on Sunday. Good. I don't want to lose everybody right now because I know that if it was on today, it'd probably been on for like 5 hours already and go for the rest of the night. Yep. So what's some other stories that are going on? I went over Dom's stuff. I complained about him. We talked about Brody King. We'll save that for later. How about these two stories? So, first, the news that Bad Bunny and Logan Paul could be an actual match for WrestleMania just disgusts me.
It's the shits.
And I got rid of Peacock. I don't see any of the PLEs. The only wrestling I'm getting now is NXT on Tuesday, AEW Wednesday, TNA Thursday, SmackDown Friday, which is more than enough. Trust me. If I want to watch wrestling, I got 4 nights to do it. Now that it's on every single night, they've conditioned these people out here to be like, well, let's watch wrestling every single fucking day. That sounds like a horrible idea. It gets real old real fast unless it's got to be something wrong with you if you're 100% wrestling and nothing else, and you're not even doing a show or a blog or you got nothing invested in it, right? Like maybe you should find a few other hobbies as a human. But yeah, got rid of Netflix during Mania season. How did you do it, Triple H? I can tell you how. So early last year, coming into it, getting into WrestleMania season, I'm like giving it a good chance. They're on fire right now. Like, we're on fire. So the WWE's on fire. And then they're killing it. They're doing it. Night 1, not the greatest. I'm just vaguely remembering this. I just remember not being pleased with night 1. And then at the end of it, we had the Seth Roman CM Punk deal. Very entertaining, very WrestleMania moment stuff with Paul Heyman turning. I'm like, this is all great. So night 1, I was like, I'm good with this. Okay. I'll take a mediocre whole, 4-hour show or whatever, but at least we got the really good stuff at the end. Then night 2, don't remember it at all because I was so angry at the end when, wasn't it the Travis Scott stuff or was that Elimination Chamber? That was right after Mania. But I just remember something. What the hell happened on Mania? I just remember it sucked. It sucked so bad that even Danny Damage, I don't think he ever watched since then. Again, he was keeping up and things. But after that Mania, he was like, I had enough. And then slowly but surely through the year, I started to have enough. Repetitive storylines, stories that start pretty decent, go absolutely nowhere. Hit the like button. So WWE in 2025 and so far in 2026.
It's the shits.
It's the shits. I missed Royal Rumble. I saw the highlights and went, I'm kind of glad I missed it. There's no need. There's no need to go online and live tweet with people. There's no need for it anymore. That used to be a thing. But now with AI and how the internet's dead and how my account's always being shadow banned everywhere on every account, pretty much. What's the point? So I'm just going to do my little silly show and I'm going to put all my little jokes and my quips and my things out here. So I'll still be on the platforms, of course, but again, what's the point of all this? So I'm going to pay WWE $50 a month to watch all this stuff that I'm bored by to then report back to everybody else when I can just watch the clips and the highlights like pretty much everybody else. And they're doing the video game thing. They're going straight to the whales. $21,000, I heard, for a seat like along the railing, the entranceway, all the way up, all the way down for like one night. So again, the ticket prices, they're not going down anytime soon either. That's the word. I heard they were worried about the ticket sales for WrestleMania, albeit again, it's in Las Vegas again. And I'm sure there are people that just go every year or whatever, but there are some people, they probably went to last year's WrestleMania and they went, whoa, this just costs way too much. Way too much. The Las Vegas right now costs way too much. Everything's like doubled and tripled in price. So, yep, that was always like a thing. I never could get to a WrestleMania. I was going to go to the Boston one with Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels, but then that was sold out. That was like in the middle of the peak of the Attitude Era. And then I think the one I was going to go to was during the Coof year where I was going to go to SummerSlam at Gillette. They were actually going to have an outdoor event at a stadium in my area for I think that would have been the first time ever. So, yep, bummer, right? But who cares? Who cares? I'll watch it on TV or I won't. You know what? I probably won't even watch WrestleMania. I'll watch the clips because wrestling stinks right now. That's how I watch it on repeat. So much better with no commercials. You still get the no commercials? Maybe because you're in another country. Yep, I get commercials. Sucks. Yeah, see, in Canada with the repeat, we don't get commercials on Netflix. Yeah. Yeah, the rest of the world, they get all the extra promos and things, and people like Dr. Huge, they're like, here's more commercials. Sucks. But yeah, Bad Bunny, Logan Paul at Mania.
It's the shits.
I can't believe Kenny Omega was right. Well, I can believe it because I actually agreed with him when he was like, WrestleMania in a few years is going to be Mr. Beast versus Jelly Roll or some shit. Well, we're here. We're here now. They're just going to have to get Jelly Roll a bunch more matches. And, Mr. Beast will get him they'll put him on some roids or something. Have him trained by the greatest trainers in the world or whatever for a month or so. Why not? Why not? Just wrestling. Everything's going the way of the influencer. fuck these influencers. They stink. They have no talent. They have nothing to say for the most part. The Super Bowl week, I'm watching my, local news station, sports stations. They're over there at Radio Row during the Super Bowl. Just about every other segment, they had some lady up there that I never heard of, and it just said influencer under it, her name. And they're up there talking about football and sports, and I just want to throw my TV out. Just get rid of it all completely. Throw the phone into the woods. Done with us. This world stinks now. The NBA stinks. The NFL stinks. Pro wrestling stinks. The movies stink. The video games stink. And again, you got a few things. You got a few moments. But all this stuff right now, it's getting worse. And now with AI starting to become a real thing in all of business and all of entertainment, it's like, and it's not even necessarily the AI. It's like the AI is like holding up a mirror to the people and going, look at, this is what your entertainment has been like for the past like 20 years. You want to keep going in this direction? And everybody's like, yep. We want to keep boring the shit out of everybody. So, Mr. Beast is creepy. Like, I just learned about this Neon kid the other day. He's a nerd. He's a nerd with a phone and films himself everywhere. And that's supposed to be... How is that... First of all, how is it interesting? And then second of all, how did he get in that position? How many babies did he eat? You know, the Kai Cenats and the Logan Pauls and the things. Huh? So, it's the world is crazy to me. Like, nobody would ever discover, like, the Beatles and probably all that was manufactured too back in the day. Because there's a lot of actual factuals when it comes to the music business and industry plants. They've been around for a long time. But, like, the fact that Kurt Cobain now, everybody's just starting to realize, and the story's out that, he didn't off himself. Like, we all kind of knew, but now these things are starting to be uncovered. I think a lot of stuff is coming from the files. So it's good to know, right? It's good to know these things, but a lot of this stuff, it's not conspiracy. And it blows my mind. Joe Rogan, right? I'm listening to a clip of him the other day. He brings up Whitney Webb, one of the best independent journalists out there. And I remember first catching her around 2019 or so, when the Coof thing was out there. And I'm listening to her and I'm like, yeah, that makes all the sense in the world. It's lining up with everything I know and how this place operates, right? And then she was right about everything. And then she was right about everything with the file stuff because she's actually investigating it. She knows the people. She knows the places. She knows the times, right? And stories are just coming out in the past week where they're like, oh, wow, she was right about all this. And then Joe Rogan's like, well, she's one of the top conspiracy theorists online. Like, she's a conspiracy theorist? What? Maybe more people need to look into you, Joe Rogan, and your connections. And I'm feeling like I don't ever want to throw myself off a building or anything like that. You understand, people I'm talking to? Get what I'm saying? Because anytime I've seen any independent investigators, just me saying it, go after Joe Rogan and look at what he's doing and what he's really up to, they have a tendency to do things to themselves, right? I'm not even saying he would be the one to be doing. I'm just saying he's very up the food chain, folks. You don't get the biggest podcast in the world by chance because you're really that funny and interesting, right? Thank you. I think we can all agree, right? So whether you like or dislike these people, just know I'm neutral on all of them because I feel like they're all phonies and fakes. Okay. Kendrick Lamar, here's another story for you. It come out this past week that he's got like 1 million botted views. Wow. And then all the Drake fans are like, look at that. That makes Drake the best. And they did the bot thing and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, probably because his bot farm is like, I'm sure there's some behind the scene business where he probably got that to happen. His people got them to go after specifically his bots, but not the ones connected to, say, the Drakester, as I call them, kids. I'm hip. Drake's the best, ain't he? The way he's like a nerd and a kid from a Nickelodeon children's show. And now he's the best rapper in the world, even though he doesn't even write his shit or anything or make his beats. Cool, right? So I don't like any of them. I don't like anybody. All your favorites, I don't like them either. I don't even like my favorites anymore. I got a Shawn Michaels autograph. I go to tell him online about it, and he blocks me. So anything I like, I don't like them either. How about that? So I definitely don't like when I see like Bad Bunny versus Logan Paul. I don't give a shit. And watch, the match will probably go off without a hitch because it'll be planned for months on end. And, everybody will go, isn't he the best? They should sign him. And then we'll have a whole division. We'll make a new belt because why not? Let's make 1,000 new belts where we'll call it the celebrity belt, the influencer belt. And Jelly Roll will be in the division. Bad Bunny, Logan Paul, Kai Cenat. They can all wrestle, right? We'll put Neon in there, right? We'll make him a Jim Cornette heel or something for somebody. And then who else? Maybe Rampage Jackson and Raja. We'll get them in there. They're influencing. Come on, everybody. This is a great idea. Anyway. Oba versus Brock was a story as well. Oba's been asked about it on podcasts. And, he kind of diffused the whole racial angle on it because, that's how most people are going to be looking at it. Go, oh, he's a big black guy, big white guy. Here we go. And he diffused it by saying Brock's already been beaten by a black guy. And that's Raheem Rhodes.
What do we want to talk about?
Mm-hmm. They don't call him Raheem Rhodes for nothing.
Go fuck yourself.
His words, not mine. Mm-hmm. So that's a story, right? I loved it when he said that on the guy's podcast too. Look, this is gonna go viral. Everybody's gonna love it.
Go fuck yourself.
That's what I say. I made that face while watching the clip. Everybody cringes me. Everybody's very douchey and like not real. Cut it out with the not real stuff. All the chasing the numbers and the influence. I don't give a fuck about numbers. How about that? I would like the numbers to go up. That would be nice, but I'm not going to buy views. I'm not going to be a goof. More goofy than I am, right? So, isn't it NBA All-Star Weekend? I mean, who cares? Why even bring it up? These NBA All-Stars, most of these NBA players, they wouldn't even piss on you if you were on fire wearing their jerseys and things. They do not care about the fans. So I gave up on basketball a long time ago. And it's a shame. I'll watch the Celtics if they're like deep in the playoffs or whatever, because I do like the Celtics. But, a lot of unlikable players in this league, unlikable owners. The commissioner looks like a vampire alien, and he does all the worst things for this league. He let the players take it over, so the inmates run the asylum now, and it's the shits.
It's the shits.
There's no rules. They all chuck threes, and then they think they're better than everybody else in every other generation and era of basketball, and it's laughable because, it's practically the WNBA at this point. Mm-hmm. So there's my take on the NBA. LeBron James sucks, and he helped ruin the league. Big part of ruining the league. Super teams, flopping, rolling around, bitching to refs, traveling, offensive fouls, stat padding, which if you don't see it now, this long into the game, if you don't see what he's been about, he stinks. And I know it's a hot take. LeBron James might not even be top 50 if you're looking at this without the media telling you what to think, and if they haven't programmed your brain. If you look at the amount of shots that he's taken and missed compared to everybody else with like half the time in the league, all the turnovers, every time he goes out there for the Lakers the past like several years, they're worse. They're not better. How is he? And then they always go, well, LeBron Jordan. That's what it is. I'm not doing 6'7" right now. I'm doing LeBron Jordan. And then lately it's like, oh, Kobe LeBron. You can do this with anybody. Larry Bird's better than LeBron. Magic Johnson's better. Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Karl Malone. We can even say John Stockton's a better player. I can. It's wild to me that people, and then they go, you don't know ball. Yeah, I don't know it. Right. And then in the meantime, these people are telling me I don't know ball, and they're highlight watchers. I've been watching this stuff my entire life. Like actually watching the games. But I don't know what I'm talking about. I just hate. Yep. I was actually on LeBron James's side when he first started coming in the league. I was not a hater. But I recognized very quickly what his act was all about. In the witness, and I'm the next Jordan, I'm this and that. They put all their eggs in one basket, and he didn't turn out to be the player they thought he was. So they just forced him on us harder and gave him always needs more help, right? So
It's the shits.
you wouldn't believe people that, and it's mainly young people, I guess, but they're really brainwashed. They really think that guy's like a top 50, top 100 player. If you start looking at the list of, we're talking all time, and you look at every list out there, and he's number 2, right behind Jordan, or number 3. And that's laughable. Charles Barkley's better. Fuck. I mean, you know who LeBron James is? No, I'll leave it at this. But if you guys know ball or know about the NBA at all, LeBron, and this isn't a slight, this is actually me pumping him up because he's not like a bad player by any means. I'm talking about like the 100 greatest players of all time, and he's in there, sure. But you're trying to put him up there with the, super all-timers. LeBron James is a glorified Sean Kemp. They both came out of high school. They're both freaks, right? Naturally. And that's it. There's really no difference. They've changed the rules for LeBron. Like I said, they did. Imagine they did all that stuff for Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp was getting to the finals anyway at his peak. So LeBron James is Sean Kemp to me. And Sean Kemp may not even be in the top 100. He could be, but it ain't going to be in. It's not Jordan, Sean Kemp, Kobe Bryant type shit. And then the Kobe Bryant stuff's getting a little out of hand too. He was awfully good, and he could be in a top 5, top 10 consideration. But number 2, just automatically, I don't know about that. I'll have to do more research, but I'm saying I still think Magic and Bird had more effect on the game than any of these guys. A lot shorter time period though, but anyway, LeBron James stinks. He's nowhere close to any of the guys I just named. So there's that. I hope everybody learned something. So, yep, we talked about the Becky AJ Lee cringe. That was terrible. I made a promo edit out of it. It doesn't make much sense because it was really hard. This was a hard one to do. But I kind of made sense of it. We showed the ladies, crossed that off. Or did we? Let's do it one more time for everybody, right? For Coach. Number 3. This is for Valentine's Day, everybody, right? Number 3. Number 2. Number 1. There you go, Coach. Send out another share. You're welcome. Where's Alex?
I will eat your ass.
All right. I do have some more news here before we wrap this thing up. Going to in 20 minutes or so. Who knows if I get cooking here. But this Jey Uso. Did you see that botch the other night? That is a highlight I saw. So he went to kick Otis. Kicked over his head. And Otis still sold it, I believe. It was terrible. It would look like the absolute shits.
It's the shits.
But we're going to yeet for you anyway. We're going to get our yeets in. We're going to run it back. We're going to yeet again, probably. Here you go, Jey Uso. Shout out to you and your botching.
G, 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 G.
It's yeet with a Hulk Hogan in our hands.
G, 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 G.
Stop botching. Stop acting like you're getting back in the singles scene. We don't want it. The fans will dislike this video if they want that. Okay? Or don't want that. Or whatever. That's no yeet.
No yeets.
Maybe even me saying that's going to just, I'm going to lose my channel because of it. Shit. Yeah. No more of that yeeting stuff. All right? Take a break. At least for a week or two. And yes, the ladies. I'm telling you, I do know some ladies that you guys would love. They know nothing about wrestling. But I was thinking, I'm like, I might just bring them on the show anyway. So we can, I can talk wrestling at them. And they can just sit there and you guys can ooh and ah over them. And then I'll get like all the likes in the world. And everybody will love the Dr. Huge Show channel on YouTube specifically. Come over here. Thank you. So I'll work on it. I tried some ones I didn't know online, like IG models and things, and they think that they think they're Michael Jordan in his prime. You ain't, okay? You ain't Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson. You're not. They think they're that popular, and maybe their messages and stuff make them think that. But trust me, it's just guys trying to bang you. I wanted you to come on the show. This is no, I don't care. How about that? I don't care what you look like. I just want you to please my audience by sitting there and just even if you just do this. Yep. Talk about some things you may know about. Is that too much to ask for? They don't even message back, folks. How about that? They think they're so cool. LeBron is a goat up there with the tops stats. We can discuss this one day more. Oh no, not right now. I mean, we'll talk. Oh, trust me, I had a whole LeBron James episode. I can do another one. Trust me, I didn't get to everything. I can literally name every one of the reasons, and there's many, hundreds of thousands of reasons why he is the absolute shits.
It's the shits.
And in context, you got to really take into consideration that the league gave him everything and went out of their way to just do what they could to put him over as the best. Even by, I'm not getting, I told you I'm not getting into it. It's too much. Steroids, right? That's like the least of it too. Nobody plays this long without being on something, you know what I mean? That should be a no-brainer. How about this news? I just heard this today, from the Nash show. He said that Punk went off script with, his little feud. He was supposed to take on Nash back in the day. And he said something about Stephanie McMahon, and it pissed Triple H off to the point where Trips was like, fuck that motherfucker. I'm going to take him on and I'm going to beat him. And that's pretty much what happened, right? Again, this is when I was starting to get back into it a little bit. It's funny. That's what interested me was the real heat you could feel between Nash and CM Punk. And then it goes back to Triple H. And Triple H just buries him. And he's shortly out of the business after that, right? Where's my Triple H? Come on, Trips. You're around here, right? He knows all about the golden shovel. He's still got it. He wields the power, Masters of the Universe style. He points the shovel in the air, the electricity and the lightning hit it, and he grows hair back like this and everything. Then he goes backstage and everybody runs away. He's like, who am I going to bury next? They should have a buried alive match again. And with, instead of what the tombstones that they usually have, it's just Triple H's face. Don't steal that, WWE. That's mine. There's a place called Buried City in Arc Raiders, the game I play a bunch. I call it Triple H City. Get it? I know you guys get it. Mm-hmm. I got Arc Raiders. Arc Raider. I'm not even talking right today. I'm talking like Kiki today. What's going on? I have a Arc Raiders video coming soon to my other channel, Dr. Huge 9. Which, you know, I just put little gaming clips and stuff on there, but I was ice with Jumpmaster McCock. I think that's his name still. So me and McCock go on there, and he's started opening up a door where everybody was, and he started screaming, hey, we're ice, we're coming in, and there were Mexican guys in there, and they were really mad about it, so they shot us. And they took all of our nothing because we didn't hold anything on ourselves. Because in this game, every once in a while, you want to reset and get to the good lobbies where you're not getting shot at. And you have to get killed a few times. So we did that by trolling everybody, saying, here, we're ice and things. And then they helped us out and sent us back to Speranza. Cool story, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, no, we got a little bit. Of course we do. You just know me and my breaks in the show. Here, let's play some breaking news. There was no Brody. Oh, here's breaking news.
What? This is breaking news.
Fuck his family. Fuck him.
What, Alex? Wrong page.
I will eat your ass.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this is some breaking news stuff. You see her with Sheamus the other day, too? Doing their workout or whatever. And she does this thing. She goes on the pull-up bar and just pulls her body through her arms where it's like should tear your rotator cuffs and then pulls herself back through it. I mean, again, the people WWE have been picking up and are going to be picking up of the female persuasion. I mean, you haven't seen the greatest generation of female wrestlers quite yet. They're just getting going now. Okay. And I know, shout out to you, Alexa Bliss. You guys come from the era of we're the first to do this and the first to do that. Right? You, Charlotte, Bayley, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch. We're the first Royal Rumble and the first of that. First. Cool. But these ones coming up are going to be like outrageous as far as in the ring, outside the ring, in bikinis. Thank you. Skull. Let's skull one more time. How about another one of our favorites who can pick up 500 pounders?
And I'm starting to think I'll do it. I will eat your ass first.
Yep. It's a good skull break right there. Wet the palate a little bit so I can continue to talk nonsense to everybody. Again, if you're not liking and subscribing and all this, you know, come on, guys. You're the worst. You got to get liking. You got to hit that like button. Over 10 likes. Can we do it? I'm kind of sad. All the trolls came in when Dirty was here. because, you know, they follow the Dabbleverse superstars around. And I was being called names. And they said my show was no good. And they said I shouldn't do this anymore. And they were saying all kinds of mean, nasty things. And it hurts my feelings because I'm a babyface. See, I'm not the bully. Coach, I think you brought that up one day. I'm being bullied by everybody. Been bullied my whole life. Mm-hmm. I think that's it. I think, do we have anything else to talk about? I went over this too. Oh my God, I memorized these notes. Barely looked at them. I mean, we could watch some clips. You want to watch some clips? Then I can actually partake here and party with everybody. Let's do that. Don't go anywhere. I'm not ending the show anytime soon. I think we're going to watch some Dabbleverse clips and be really, really quiet. And we'll mail in the rest of the show. Because I can do this with no guests. Who else can do that, Stuttering John? Masters of the Universe is coming back. I want to save that for Danny, too. We'll talk about that. I know he's into all that stuff as well. But again, here's my He-Man figure. I still have a few left. I forget his name. He doesn't have a shield or anything. He's like wrestler as well. He's got the little tighties and the boots and the things on the what do they call these, gauntlets? Yep. If Jess was here, I'd say look it up. What's his name? You're gonna buy 100 more of those. All right, so I'm bringing up the video right now. We're gonna watch Stuttering John because I think Stuttering John might be gone again. I don't know for how long, or if he's actually going to be going away like for good this time. But he left early January 2025, and he didn't really come back until the fall, the end of the summer into the fall. So he does this at times, but usually he builds up to it. So he'll take a week off, he'll take a couple weeks off, and do it over and over again. But then he always eventually comes back. But I heard his last show had a strike on it, and it cut his live stream off midstream. So it might have something to do with that, where his channel is just down. But I think he needed a break anyway because his super chats were getting really low. He'd make $150 or whatever doing a stream, but it would be $150 $2 chats, right? Which is very, very disrespectful to our Stuttering John. Hold on, let me put this screen up and let's partake in some dirty Jersey Rat clips. Thank you, Dirty, friend of the show. Let's put you on the big screen. The Hugentron 69,000, as we call it. Let's Dirty tried to do another song, but it wasn't hitting like the other one. Everybody's like, nope, go back to your other song that gets stuck in all of our heads. But shout out to you, Dirty. Let's start the clip and see what the stutterer was just last talking about.
Oh, there's Single Wide at it again. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't pay for views. Not me. But Single Wide's at it, spending his few shekels. I had 300, now it's at almost 800. Yeah, okay. This is what they do. And you're okay with that too. Buying views. Well, not me. I don't do that. I don't buy views. I don't buy gifted membership.
This is what they do. I don't do that. This is what they do.
I just don't. I think it's immoral. I really do. Now, I am thoroughly convinced a certain other show does it on a regular basis. I think if you look at the objective data, you would see that they do it. I don't. No reason to. I don't give a shit if there's 5 people in the room. I don't give a shit if there's 100 people.
I stand with him as far as that goes. And I think there's some truth in it because he wasn't getting a lot of views, 10 years ago without the Dabbleverse and without people knowing how like ridiculous he was. So I stand with John on this one.
Don't matter. I don't care. It ain't no big thing. Ain't that right, Leader Ford? So apparently this Matt Mead guy is out there trashing me. Now, I don't know who you are, Matt. But apparently you work at Rodney's. Is it really? Is that a good idea? Quadfather, if you're watching, if you want to come on.
What does that even mean? You work at, he thinks he can get him taken off of Rodney's. So that's a veiled threat that I can get you dismissed from one of your places of work. And this is a guy that's always saying people are taking my shows away from me and they're doing this and they're doing that. And isn't that evidence right there that he's trying to take Matt Mead's show away? Or his connection to a place? Wow, bro. That's me. That is mean and nasty.
Tell me what, because what did I do to this guy? Scarlett Hampton comes on the show after she does Pinky's show like a bunch of times.
You know, I barely know about Scarlett. I barely know about Matt Mead, but I know Scarlett went on John's show, John White Nights for people, especially, the ladies. And I'm sure he's heard something where Mead did something. Everybody's doing stuff to women or whatever in this world, it seems like. So he goes after Mead with her, basically. Oh, yeah, I'm sure he's a scumbag. How could he be doing this and doing that? I don't know that for certain because I don't watch 24 hours of John stuff a day when he was like going live constantly. But I'm guessing that's what it was, John.
She starts telling me about this guy. So, of course, I react to her story and say, he didn't sound like a good guy. And then now he's trashing me. And I didn't trash him. I just said, and then the next day I came on and I said, well, now I don't know who's telling the truth. I just don't. But if Scarlett's telling the truth, then it's pretty bad shit that he did. If Scarlett's not telling the truth, then it's pretty bad shit of accusing him. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know either one of them.
Can you see
But I got too many people I'm dealing with.
Huge and
now
Tron.
I got to worry about this fucking guy.
Huge and Tron 69,000 on the top left of your screen. I actually have a graphic for it. Yep. Shout out to the sleeves. It's a slick one there. I just wish it was a little bigger. Then we could, I think I have to put it into the actual videos themselves to be bigger. But I just remembered I have that here. Huge and Tron 69,000. Much better than Jericho's Jeritron 15,000, 25,000, whatever the fuck it was. 69, much larger number, much better number.
It's like Opie. Out of nowhere, he starts fucking trashing me. What the fuck did I do? I've been nothing but supportive to the guy. I don't trash. I mean, I've been nothing but complimentary to Opie. I just don't get it. But these people just like get it nowhere.
How much less cool is Motorhead now, too, right? He wears that Motorhead shirt. He's got like 5 shirts. He's got the Biden shirt with the red eyes, the dark Brandon shirt. He's got the Motorhead. He's got the professional arm wrestling, professional football arm wrestling championship shirt. He's got, what else? I think 2 others. But look at this thing. And it always has stains on it. Always has spittle or like it looks like food and lint and whatever. And he is not wearing it very, he shouldn't be a model is what I'm saying, I guess.
Everybody wants a piece of that John. Shea can't quit me. Pinky can't quit me. Everybody. All talking about Stuttering John.
Well, they're going to have to
I was
now.
talking to Ava today. Ava's feeling better. Thank God. And I go, look, Ava. I go, this is going to sound egotistical, but then I'm going to pull it back. Just hear me out. So I said, okay, I know I'm charismatic. I know I'm funny. I know I'm original. But is it that much so that I need 20 people fucking watching me? You got Pinky over there sniping me. So I got to fucking do this shit. 65 years old. Do you really need the money that bad, Pinky? I mean, shit, you make 20 fucking thousand a month.
And again, as I pointed out before, the Dabbleverse is all about money. That's what gets these guys fired up the most. These guys and gals, really. So they all get super jelly of each other. They get super jelly that their people go to other shows and watch other people's shows and give them money and do things. And it's very 2015 podcasting. Like the older people, this generation, they haven't caught up to it yet. So they've been going through this now for a few years. And it's starting to sink in. Like none of this is, it's real and it's happening, but it ain't really real like the way you think it is. A lot of the people that are your best friends online and give you all this money, they could literally disappear. And they do. They can, you have your people, they have their people, and then it gets mixed up a lot, right? And people come, they go. He's asking for money all the time. It's not a guarantee. Like in John's world, he thinks every time I go live, I should be getting like $300 to $500. Like I'm sure he really feels like this, and I'm sure he misses the goal plenty. But then you got like the people like Steel Toe and stuff like that, where they're always trying to reach goals and things. It's just all cringe. Like that's cringe to me. And then people could say, well, you're only talking to so many people, blah, blah, blah. But this is a thing that's like growing. It's a little snowball that's being pushed uphill. You understand? So it's hard to gain momentum, especially with all this noise and all this artificial intelligence and everything else out here. But that's how you do it. You just grind at it and you just try to be consistent. There's a lot of terrible podcasts that have been around 20 years, plus years. And the only reason they have an audience is because they just kept going, right? You just got to keep going. So John keeps taking time off and coming back. And he's afforded that luxury because he's got a brand name like Kevin Brennan does. Brennan could quit, come back in 5 months and not skip a beat, maybe even make more money because his people are he still has a core audience there, right? But a normal person isn't afforded these same luxuries as these guys. So they feel entitled to your cash because it's like, hey, I'm live now, right? Where I'm going live for the love of the game, really, at this moment. These guys they're only going live, and that's why they don't prepare. They don't even try for the most part because they're just like, no, I go live, you give me money. And what's even crazier than the Stuttering Johns and the KBs that do this type of, or have this type of feeling towards their craft and their audience, the one that really gets me are the females that don't get it. And it's no hate or anything. It's just, it disgusts me when like Ashley Cummings with that story the other day with KB is like, I want 300 and I also want like another 300. And he's like, so that leaves me with like $50 to do my show. And she's like, yep. I'm like, huh? So don't get it twisted ever. They say they're the greatest people. They say they're the nicest and this and that. By they, I mean John mainly. But he just wants your money. And he will very quickly point out, if you guys don't pay, I'm out of here. And we all know Brennan, our leader, he does that a lot too. Short show today. We're all caught up.
I don't know. I don't count. I'm just guessing. I mean, you got these ball washers, Gustav and Borgo.
Oh, wait.
And Fat Fuck Tio.
Why you like him?
And fucking Leo Gunn. Bankrolling you. I mean, shit, you think you'd be fucking celebrate. Instead, you're fucking angry. It's like you're always angry. The fuck you so angry about? Life is good. Life is short. Did I see all the guys in here? Oh, John is an alcoholic. He goes to the bar, has 4 to 6 beers, and comes back home and has another 8 to 10.
Yeah, and that was his rebuttal to that. Well, yeah, I do. He's super jelly. He's one of the most jelliest. And what's crazy is when people get jelly of Stuttering John. John will have a few good days or whatever, and people lose it over that too. I'll tell you, I understand the frustration why like Ray DeVito makes money and it's your people, right? I've gone over this. It's in Brennan's way of doing things. He should feel a certain way about it because he goes out of his way to help somebody or brings them on his platform. They become a name because they're on his platform. He goes and does something else and then tries to pull your audience away and get a cut of, what's been flowing into MLC. Ray doesn't see it like that for some reason, it seems like. Brennan certainly does. And that's really the bottom line why I think Kevin is upset with him. It's just, how the fuck you even do your own show? How dare you? You're going to go do a podcast that's that bad. You're literally holding a microphone. You don't even have a setup at all to do your show. You're just going to use the rub you get from Kevin Brennan to do. It's just, it's obnoxious. And then it's obnoxious when you do have like traitorous types of people in the chat that will be like, well, I'm going to go stick it to you now and go give this guy money because I know it makes you upset. Right? In that world, it all works towards a certain goal, but it still would irk me. Any normal person, you should be upset about it, unless you're like Carl, right? Okay, Shula, you can do what I'm doing, and you can just do the same exact thing, and I'll okay it because that's fine. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, okay.
I mean, what the fuck are you talking about? I haven't had a beer yet. Swear on my life. It's 7:13. I have not. And last night you should have took the under. I didn't have even close to 16. I might have had 10 maybe. But it's just fucking Super Bowl. 10's not bad, is it? Smoked a little wacky tobacco and drive. I got picked up and I got driven home by Dave. Picked up and driven home. Stopped off, got an 18-pack, didn't even finish it.
Didn't even.
Quiet, what the hell are you waiting for?
Not like it's 18 beers.
Come on. I need to ask you about why the fuck this Matt Me guy so mad. I don't even know who the guy is.
Shout out to Quad. Quad was in the chat the other night during the Dirty Jersey episode of the Dr. Huge show, who we're watching a clip of right now. I think he might be a regular. He likes wrestling. We still have more wrestling talk to go over. There's a lot to talk about with him. We just got to get his sound going right. You know, I can barely get my sound going right. I can't have another guy coming on here with bad sound too. They're doubly bad.
I never even met the fucking guy. It's like these guys, I have no idea who these people are.
It always blows my mind the college ring he wears from NYU. I mean, and he's going out on dates with people. I wonder if he must wear the ring out. It's insanity.
I don't. Seems like a good-looking guy. Seems like he gets a lot of poon, tang. But I don't know who he is. I don't need more enemies. I got enough, Matt. I got enough enemies. I got Opie fucking Ron the waiter. Who the fuck is Ron the waiter? Who the fuck is Tom Myers?
So jelly.
Who are these people? Who are these people? Where?
They're comedians that are getting rubs from KB and you're not. I know it's very upsetting. I'm not getting the Brennan bump either. He refuses. He must know who I am. The great Dave Sarah must have told him all about the Huge Inverse lore. But of course, I get jelly about it? Do I get pissed every time CWC goes on and like goes to sleep, or he has Karmic on all the time so he can just giggle and go, "Yep, boss," and do pretty much nothing. I mean, the gimmick now in the Dabbleverse with the newcomers is, I guess I have to wear funny hats and masks and do that type of shit to get over and not actually say anything and just go, "Yeah," or say the same, or just have certain meltdowns. I can have meltdowns. Everybody has meltdowns, right? We gotta film them, guys, and we'll get over.
Where is the bacon? Where is the Quadfather?
I know.
I don't know who these people are.
You gonna stand John up?
All right, you don't think I'm funny? Fine, I got it. Oh, wait. Ron the way to Opie fired him within 12 hours of you calling Opie out.
And the thing is, when I had Dirty on, I would have, I got some Stuttering John trolling. Like, they were actually trying to Stuttering John troll me. L's in the chat, little towers and things that they put. It's just like, I'm not Stuttering John. Do you think I'm going to go back and forth with fucking trolls on the internet? Bro, this ain't my first rodeo. You know what I mean? So just be ignored and go fuck yourself. Think I'm stuttering. That's the biggest disrespect, is to act as if you think I was going to act like Stuttering John, get all upset about it. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Well, look, I don't have a problem with the Opster. I like the Opster. Can someone tell him I don't got a problem with him? I'm Team Opie. I'm not Team Pocky.
That's something John would say. What? You think 18 beers is a lot? It's like a gallon of water. Ain't nothing. And then over the years, you start to like get a wet brain and all this. It's still something. That's still a lot of
I don't give a shit if Gino and Keanu are Pocky's friends. I'm not going to tell him who to be friends with. I don't give a frog. I was once friends with Pocky. But then he turned on me. I didn't do anything to him.
Yeah, you kind of
just turned on me.
You kind, in my opinion, there's a whole. John used Kumia's studio. He had a full-blown studio with working producers that would go there and work a show. John asked to do a show there or whatever, goes there to do his show at Kumia Studios compound, right? Has the producers show up and everything. They have their own beers and the way that they get through the show there. This guy goes in there, drinks all their beers, uses the studio for hours, uses up their time, and then is offended when they bring up like, "Hey, you didn't even like give the boys a tip for like drinking all their beers or like anything. You didn't give him any. You just used the studio and you left. And he's like, I was doing you a favor. How? So that's, I think, the beginning of the end of John. Just him being, you know, a relentless mooch to Cumia. And I'm not no Cumia fan or anything, but Cumia's got more sense than this guy. Come on. What the fuck?
I don't get why fucking Opie's bashing me from something that happened 4 years ago, which was so minute. Talk about, he's saying I'm exhausting. You're bringing it up still? It's 4 years ago.
Kumi would go nuts. He's like, they make black He-Man figures. That would freak him out. Anyway, let's watch another clip, shall we?
Make your home more comfortable.
He's got some good ones. He's got the good stuff. I do like Stalin as well. Shout out to Stalin 19. He's got more steel toe clips if you're into steel toe. I am not. I think he looks funny. He's got a punch. A lot of guys in this world, or the Dabbleverse, have a very punchable face. I probably do too. I think it's very handsome. But it is steel toe. He looks like Jared Fogle from Subway commercials. The guy that's in prison right now probably is separated from the real inmates. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So let's check out our friend of the show, Dave Sarah. He came back last night, by the way. What was it the other night? I don't know. But he came back one of these nights. And he's back to streaming. And he's back to doing things. Go follow him on his channel. He's the first person to ever raid Dr. Huge. So we're going to see Dave Sarah. He loves doing coke. That's why he kept leaving our stream to go do things with his nose. So he's entertaining to me. Good guy overall. Even though he says the N-word, he should probably drop the N-word thing. It's, it's cringe. It's cheap pop. You're better than that, right? At least you do it with the A. Gino, your hero, does it with the ER. Gino is a complete hack, though. So that's my hot take about that. Now let's watch the clip with Kevin Brennan on MLC, my personal favorite podcast. Whether he hates me or not, I don't care. I still like it. Dave Sarah, friend of the show, and I think Tom Myers, who John was just screaming about because he's all jelly and stuff of everybody. Come on, play it.
Even Dirty Jersey Rat. Dirty.
That's spooky.
Dirty Jersey. Yay! I love that.
Speaking of open micers, Tom Myers is here.
Yay. I mean, hey, Tom Myers is doing
Baltimore open micer extraordinaire over here. Yeah, I've been absolutely elated the past week just because, like, Ray has been for years.
I just have one question. I need Tom on. Tom, I know we've talked in the chat and things. You got to come on the show. We got to dabble with Tom Myers one night. I got one question I need to get out of the way. Why aren't you bald? Why do you have no bald pride in that skull of yours? On that skull of yours? You would look 1,000 times better if you just shaved that fur head in the back. And maybe you're covering up, I don't know, like some massive scar or something. Or if that's the case, I'm very sorry. But I think it's time, bro. This is Stephen A. Smith on fucking steroids with that hairdo. Shit's crazy whack, bro. I'm gonna bring you to the Puerto Rican barbers, dude.
Shit talking me to try to get favor with people like Nick Mullen and Shane Gillis and a whole bunch of people. And
at least line that shit up or something. You know what I mean?
And by saying I'm completely oblivious to what's going on, I have no self-awareness. Meanwhile, I said this last night on Chad's show. Every accusation is an admission. It's a confession. It's self-projection on Ray's part, and I love it.
We're not doing Shrink University over here, but Ray's a liar. So even
this ain't Shrink Magazine, pal.
Even the fact that Ray said he rented a room, he's staying. They got him a room in Atlantic City. He didn't say they got him a room at a bankrupt hooker hotel. So, and then Ray said he rented a room. He's not staying at Hope's. He's rented a room. He didn't rent a room. He's sleeping on someone's couch because he had to get out of the way because a guy was packing.
Well, Ashley Cummings.
Ray's the #1 couch surfer in America, I think. Like, if there was a couch surfing competition, I put Ray up against anybody. Every show he does, he's got a different background because he's staying somewhere else, it seems like. So I don't know how he lives a lifestyle like that, you know, running around with a laundry basket and stuff. And again, I'm not hating. I don't hate you, Ray. I don't hate anybody in this place. I think they're all kind of necessary, even the ones I don't really like, because they generate funny value over time. Thank you.
Well, keeping up with everything Ray says has just become exhausting, because then he contradicts himself, and it's just your head almost explodes after a while.
Okay, my source is saying I have the first 30 minutes of Ray's set. I can email it to you. I think the whole thing is about 45 minutes. Yeah, email it to me, please. Maybe Ray isn't shit talking you, Tom. Maybe he's just telling everyone the truth. You fucking stink.
Well, I mean,
this is hot off the presses. This is a 1 minute old. I'm not going in order. I apologize. This is a 1 minute old super chat. I mean, she wasn't predicting the future.
We have evidence now that Ray can't handle a crowd.
Okay, first of all, Tom, I was watching some of the Ray DeVito show last night. What you said is, listen, I'm a fan and everything, but what you said last night was ridiculous. First of all, you and Ray are not going to be able to do some kind of stand-up competition where you both do 50 minutes.
Imagine that. Like, not doing a roast battle against Ray is like Shuli not boxing Bagel Boss. And also, this creates content for like KB, but then they can never get this stuff together. And it always revolves around Ray DeVito, because he could have done a one-on-one basketball game with Chad Zumach, but then it's just like he wanted to put these new rules in. Let's do full court one-on-one. Let's do this. Let's do. And at the end of the day, he doesn't really follow through on much. He had a ghost roast one time. It was the worst thing ever. I tried the first 5 minutes. I was just like, I can't do this anymore. A ghost roast. So he's going to roast somebody or people, but he's going to do it on his show and just goof on them, I guess. But it's just some unbelievable stuff.
You're going to get a club. What club is going to give you a room? You're going to go to the Comedy Store, or Comedy Cellar. You're going to rent out a room, and then you're going to fill it with people. And that's why a roast is way easier. A roast you can do on my show. Yeah, to do 15 minutes. It's stand up. We've done roast battles here. Adam could come on. We could do it on a weekend whenever Adam's available, because he would have to help me. The point is,
I'm chopped liver now.
Oh, you could do it if you know how to do it. Then
exactly, KB. That's your Adam now. Adam's out of your life, dude. He left with another old man. Okay, so Dave Sarah is your go-to. So stop acting up. I know you just had Adam on recently. He's boring. He makes funny faces. He's not really useful other than doing your producer stuff. And then when you put him on the screen, it's just super boring. Dave Sarah is not boring. He can still do the producer stuff. Get it? Anyway, I digress. I digress on all of this because I got to go eat sandwiches. I got to do something, right? I got to go fix some sandwiches. I got to go watch some more of this too. Getting ready to watch more of this later tonight. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. I hope you like today's show and all the shows and all the clips and all the shorts and everything Dr. Huge is doing here at the Dr. Huge Show YouTube channel. Come over here if you're on X. Come over here if you're on Kick. Wherever you are, subscribe, follow, like, hit the buttons. Join us. I'll have guests on later this week. I have the Sleaze slated for Monday. Jess could be on Tuesday. She could be. And Danny Damage, I'm sure, will be back on one of these Saturdays and maybe making some clip vids that have nothing to do with a live stream. And then we just pump them out online. A lot of stuff in the works. So join us over here at the Dr. Huge Show channel. Skol and yeet, and let's go. Let's do one last one. The last time here.
Yeet, 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 yeet,
We did it. Good game, everybody. Paladin, Coach, HVAC North, everybody that came through in the show today. You guys are the GOATs. You're the icons. Keep up the good work. Let everybody know that the Dr. Huge Show exists. Check me out on Arc Raiders later this evening, and probably with Master McCock. Been playing a lot of duos, so if you hear another voice, I know it's very shocking, but get used to it. He's a good guy as well. Master McCock from Bass Blast Chips. He sells psychedelic poker chips of DJs and all these things at all the electronic festivals. I got new music on my Dr. Hugenstein music channel. Again, shorts, clips, lives. Oh my God, we're doing it all. Have a good day. Talk to you later.